Hello boys, what's going on? And it is time for one of the biggest episodes of this series so far. After selling Levi Colwill to Manchester United in the last episode, along with Ivan Toney to Brighton, and the massive 80 million sale of Brennan Johnson, which came out of absolutely nowhere to Liverpool, I'm still kind of gutted. I'm still reeling from that one. I did not want to see Brennan Johnson go. I had in my head that he would play quite a bit at striker this season, but it seems since Liverpool have moved on Mohamed Salah to Barcelona, they were looking for a replacement, and Brennan Johnson at 25 fits the bill. They stumped up 80 million, and that does leave us with a budget of 180 million going into this episode. Now, I've already made a couple of signings, and they weren't cheap. 38 million for a left back in Ian Mattison. It's a guy we've been chasing for a long time. We finally brought him into the club. He's going to rotate with Centellas at left back position. And a young backup centre back. This was always the plan. This didn't make me stray off the track. Both of these transfers were a plan. We wanted another left back that was good enough quality to play rotation or even be a starter, fight for that position. And I knew I needed a rotation centre back going into Europe this season. This is something we definitely needed. So these two transfers were going to be done regardless, to be honest with you. And the Mbete one's really cheap, so I'm really happy we got that deal done. But you now have a lot of work to do. This episode could be super long. It might not be that long. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So make sure to smash the subscribe button. Hit the like button as well for this one. You guys smashed the last one. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support on the series. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's head to the short list and let's just see what we're looking at. Now, the biggest thing for me right now is all the questions we have in the club, because we don't know who we're going to play at winger. We've changed Gio Reyna to cam, so left-hand side now is a big issue. Billy Bennett was great there last season. We've got a bunch of the youth guys coming back, but I can't just lean on youth this season. It's not going to work out for us, and that kind of already proved in the first match. I don't know if I can rely on our strike situation. Yes, Callum Grant is great and he bags goals for fun, but when he was injured, we really struggled. And we let Ivan Toney go. Kind of all agreed on that one, but he did bag goals in that second half of the season. Not a lot, but he still bagged goals. And Balogun didn't. And we've kept him around to give him a second chance, but it's a huge risk if we don't sign a striker in this window. And then it's what kind of striker we go for, because I'd like Callum Grant to be my starter. So do we go for somebody else who's younger, or do I bring in a veteran? There's so many options. We could go back for Ben Berrettini Diaz, who's now made his way to Marseille, and we're definitely a big enough club for him. We could go in for someone like Dane Scarlett. He's been at Rangers. He's improved a lot. Now 22. Would fit the team perfectly. He'd be very good for us. Then, of course, we could also try and fulfill our objective, which is signing North Americans, and go for someone like Jonathan David from Bayer Leverkusen. The man is an absolute beast. Could comfortably play out wide, in my opinion. And at 85 overall, he'd be the highest overall in the club with Gio Reyna, and he wouldn't even cost that much. But then is that saying that Callum Grant isn't our starting striker anymore? Because if we spend 60 million on a forward or 50 million, then surely he has to be the starter. There are so many questions going to be happening in this episode. I'm probably going to flip-flop around here, there, and everywhere, because my brain doesn't quite understand right now how we're going to piece this squad together to be good enough for Europe and the Premier League this year and try and compete in cup competitions, which we always try and do. We're going to go on this journey together. Now, I am scouting some players, and I would like to get those scout reports back. Considering the next game in the league is Watford, we don't have any of those reports back. I'm kind of okay with playing the Watford game without them. Now, we do have some transfers in straight away. Ladislav is someone I'm looking to move out. He's just too error prone towards the back end of that season. So 40 million on a player we got for free. Perfect. And of course, we're going to continue to loan out the youngsters or sell them depending on the situation they're in. Now, with me knowing that Ladislav's going, I think I need to go in here instantly and sign a replacement. If Ladislav leaves, we still got Saar, but it does leave a huge gap. We don't actually have a replacement CDM right now that is capable, that isn't a youngster. So we need to go in, I think, instantly straight off the bat and try and find ourselves CDM that we're happy with. And I really kind of want Tyler Adams because he's at West Ham at the minute. I'm a big fan of his. I really wish his face was in the game. And he's really good. He's going to be a fantastic CDM from what I can see so far. But I really want the scout report back. And I believe it's got like 5 days until it's back. I mean, look how versatile he is. He could even play right wing back as well. Can play CM. I mean, that is kind of what we need. There's a few other players here that would be decent, but why not tick off one of those objectives with a player that's actually going to play in the first team? So Ladislav has gone, but luckily for me, we do have the scout report, and we've got a couple more transfer offers that I actually want to listen to now. Anderlecht for Cowell, you guys agreed. He's injury prone. He was out for like 7 months last season, and you guys don't think he's good enough for this team. At 22, I still think he'll improve, but he's not going to be improving here, so we're going to accept it. And then the Felix Mecha bid of 27.3 million to Napoli. I mean, that's too good to turn down one for Felix Mecha. He deserves to go to that kind of club now. He's earned that. And he's definitely going to play second fiddle to Gio Reyna here this season. Like, Reyna's going to play as much football as possible, so I'm actually open to this deal, and I'm actually going to accept it. Whether he signs a contract or not, that's up to him, but we are open to offers for Felix Mecha. But enough about selling players. We need to buy players. And Tyler Adams looks like he will suit us to a T. Look at this. 82 rated overall. Shouldn't actually cost us that much. And he looks extremely good. He's going to be a workhorse in the center of the park. So let's go in instantly and get this deal done. I reckon we can get him for 24 million. So ideally, that's what we're going to try and get him for. He's valued at 24.5. But they said 24, and they've been right before. So we're going 24. Nah, they're not going to get Kai Gregory because I plan on giving him some game time this year. What about like 28? It's still way less than what we've just received for Ladislav. So we're getting a very good replacement. Somebody who I think will be better for us. Less than what Ladislav costs. Now, he's actually going to take a pay cut from West Ham, and he wants 1.3 million if he scores 15 goals. If Tyler Adams at CDM scores that, he can absolutely have it. That deal was very easy to negotiate and get done. I hope the rest are like that. And can I get my first day of the episode? I feel like we negotiated this really well, but never know what's going to be in a C. Are you absolutely kidding me? We just signed a first team starter and we get a C. It is game day, and we're going to be taking on Watford. We're going to be picking the side, and I'm actually going to give Tyler Adams his debut. If he was fit, I would give him his debut. So we're going to stick with Sarr. And I think I'm going to stick with Gilmore for now. We need more from Scott, although he can play cam, so we need to remember that. Gio's going to be the cam. Andreasen right wing still with Kai Gregory as the backup, and then Bennett the starting left. This is kind of what we're left with right now. I mean, I don't really have much choice. I'm also choosing to start Rico Lewis for this one as well. This is near enough our strongest starting 11, and Bete is going to get his first start. I like Wharton, but Bete is going to need the game time to improve. This is definitely a Watford side we should be able to beat. Let's just see if we can pick up our first league win of the season. We drew against Newcastle. We played all right. We didn't really create enough, in my opinion. Let's see if we've got enough out there on the pitch today to get a victory against, I don't know if they're freshly promoted or recently promoted Watford, because we definitely should do. Louis trying to find Callum Grant there. Imagine he gets onto that. He works for everything. And we're going to need him to do that in this game, because Callum Grant is going to be that key component in order for us to win games this season. That's a good touch from him there, and a good shot and a great save. And as many early touches as possible to Callum Grant, I think, might be important. Yeah, Billy Bennett does with whipping in the corner. It's a good corner. It's a great header. It's off the line. Can I win the second ball? I can't. That's really disappointing. Can I play that one up to Callum Grant? Callum Grant's going to get it, and he's going to play that ball forward to Gio Reyna, who's got a great touch on him and a great shot. It's gone just beyond the post. Feels weird using Gio in 2 series, because I'm seeing 2 different archetypes of him, because obviously in the Dortmund career mode, it's like right at the start of his career, and in this one, he's very much getting to the prime. That maybe should have been 1-0. That's a fantastic ball in behind now to Asparilla. Oh, I tried to get in for the block. I missed the block, and they're going to make it 1-0. They've done nothing in this game, but they've still found the back of the net when the moment mattered, and this is going to be a very tough season. I can feel it. Reinforcements needed quickly now. And Bete does great to get back. I thought I just got him down in time. Oh, if it was just a second earlier. Tell us. To Sarr. Sarr then trying to loft that one over to Callum Grant. That's beautiful, Callum Grant. Oh, my God. I was going to say the guy can't miss. Oh, no. Is this going to feel like the end of last season all over again? Because those moments weren't going for me at the end of last year. They're not going for me now. And Watford, every now and again, are just breaking me down and causing me issues. And this could be dangerous. Well in, Turner. Bennett now wanting that run. He's going to get a run, actually. Centellas. Centellas wants to play the ball into Callum Grant. That time it's perfect. And this time Callum Grant makes no mistake. It was way over added time, but we don't care. Callum Grant makes it 1-1. He's going to have to prove a massive point this season, because I don't know what we do up top. And those kind of goals will make my life easier. Our number 9 strikes again. He's missed a couple of good opportunities, but not this one. So far, in the second half, none of this football has been ours, to be honest. And it's looking ever like it's going to be a Watford side that can get themselves back into it, as he's gone straight through. And that was way too easy from this disjointed back line. We still have an injured player in Billy Gilmore, but they've torn me apart. Absolutely poor from Rico Lewis, poor from Cannon. Shocking. This Blackburn save is going to be extremely difficult. And if that's a big injury to Gilmore, I don't know what we do right now. Andreasen's not been in this match. I need more for him, that's for sure. And we've not really been in this game either. Callum Grant's getting a bit tired. Let's bring on Balogun too. I don't know what we could do. They've got the numbers. Kai Gregory loses out again. Gio Reyna this time finds Kai Gregory again, who puts that one across towards Billy Bennett. I can't get anyone on it. This one should end 2-1. Watford are good for their victory, boys. They really are. I mean, they were better than me. They've hit us on the break, and they started this second half on fire. Well, if there was ever a sign we need to get bodies in the building, that was one right there. The wings aren't going to work. We're not doing enough offensively, and defensively, that was horrendous. We do have a Henderson transfer, though. We're going to accept that straight away. I would have preferred somebody else, but we need to get him out the door. And also, we're going to accept this loan to Brentford for Eskel Rudd. The news just gets worse. Billy Gilmore's injury is for 3 months. More players walking out the door than coming in at this current moment in time then, and another one will be walking out. It's Felix Mecha leaving the club. I've enjoyed using him. He's been a great servant for us, great player. But his time is done, and he's going to go to Napoli, where, I mean, they'll be fighting for the title and the Champions League. Hey, Cowell joining him out the door as well. The move to Anderlecht did go through. That now sees our current budget at 219 million. Still trying to wait for as many scout reports as possible, but we are going to make some signings before the Forest game. A Europa Conference group has been drawn, though, and we will be facing against Basel, Rapid Vienna, and St. Mirren. This actually could be a tough group. I think St. Mirren definitely winnable. Rapid Vienna, you never know. They could be decent, but FC Basel have some really good Champions League history. They might be a struggle. Now, we're at the Forest game, and I'm still waiting for scout reports to come back. I think some of them we're not going to get. Which means we instantly just need to go and do business. Now, I'm going to go for Zach Steffen. I have no idea everything about him, but we do know that it'll be about 6.5 million, and he will tick off another North American, and we need a backup goalkeeper. So the ex-Manchester City keeper is the man we're going for. He's going to stop being back up at Bilbao and hopefully be back up here instead. I'm going to offer him 7.1 million and just pray that they accept it. They do. We probably could have got him for less, but this is a cheap deal to solve our backup keeper position. Now, I don't actually know what overall he is, so we're going to find that out together. 78. That's a really good backup keeper. And that is 2 now for the North Americans. So we're slowly making the board happy. Now, let's go to work on signing players we need for this squad. Now, I think the third and final of those Americans is going to be Weston McKennie. He's at Valencia at the moment. It's achievable. He can play right and left mid, which is just chef's kiss. That's perfect for us. And everyone's been talking about how we need to upgrade our midfield. I agree. With Billy Gilmore going down there and us being unsure on Alex Scott, how good he's going to be, I think Weston McKennie is perfect. He looks extremely good as well. 84 rated. Hopefully won't cost too much. If he costs about 35 million, that's a great deal. Valencia have horrendous debt too. So I just have to hope that in the game that's taken into account a little bit, and they let me have him for about 35 million. Wow, they're going to let me have Weston McKennie for 35 million. They must be struggling financially. That's why they're trying to get him off the books. And he can happily sign on to our books. There's no doubt in my mind Weston McKennie will be crucial. It'll be 3 years. I would have preferred longer, but I'll take that for now. And then wages not going to tell me, but he's going to want at least what he was on at Valencia. I'm going to offer him 60, and we've got a lot of money, so I'm going to offer him $1 million up front, and hopefully he doesn't laugh in my face. Okay, he wants a little more, but that's absolutely fine. If he scores 25 goals, he can have that, and it's not that much more on the wages. This, in my eyes, has to go down as a good. It just does, because this is a really good deal for 35 million. It's got to be an A. Thank you very much. Confetti. There we go. He's without a doubt an instant starter as well. And look at that. 3 out of 3. We have done the board objective that I didn't think we were going to be able to achieve, but thanks to you guys, you smashed it with suggestions. There's no doubt in my mind he goes straight in to our starting 11. And I think Tyler Adams, that Leeds link up between the two, he's going to be back on for a lot of this season. And we forget Reggie Cannon as well will link well. We have Reggie Cannon American, McKennie and Adams American, and Reyna American, and Matt Turner is American. The spine of our team is American. We're basically building the US men's national side. Now, we're not done just yet. There's still a lot to do. We need another centre-back. We need someone who is going to partner Reggie Cannon this season. Now, I was scouting some centre-backs, but we're not going to get the scout report back in time. Now, I wanted Kim Min-jae. He's made a move to Sevilla. So that kind of rules that one out. We still have several other decent options, I guess. A really good one could be Diassi, but he is not quick. And that just doesn't suit me. Castiello is, but I can't say his last name. So, I don't know. It puts me off him. Lacroix could be really good, actually, because he's at Torino. I mean, Torino is a club you could sign from, but he would cost a huge fee. Like, a huge fee. We know enough about some of these. Seletakar could be really good because he's super experienced. He would fit, and if we could get him around 22 million, I know he's 80. I know he's over 80 rated. I already know that. The Kopchap's another one, but I'm not sure he is over 80 rated, which is worrying me. And then I was thinking about Teze. He could do a job, but he's just recently signed to Villarreal. And again, some of the other suggested players, I just don't have scout reports back on them yet. They could be January signings, but not signings for right now. We probably just didn't leave enough time. I'm going to go for Shaleta Shah. I think this could be the move. He's good. He's experienced. I feel like we need that at the back. And he shouldn't be too pricey. I'm actually going to offer 22 million. 29, bit of a veteran, and we've wasted their time. Okay. So we might go back for that one. We might not. Well, doesn't that just take us back to the drawing board? I don't know what to do at centre-back. I think Maxime Lacroix could be good, but it's just so expensive. It's an achievable transfer because it's Torino, but that's so expensive. Now, we need a backup cam, and this could be an interesting position. I nearly picked up Aronson for backup cam because I was like, American, he suits us. He can play right mid as well, and I mean, his attributes just speak for themselves. He's rapid and extremely good on the ball. He suits how I like to play FIFA, like to a T. But I don't think that makes sense. We would just be buying the Leeds United midfield, and I don't want to do that. El Hadji, I know is good, and I know at 24 would be good, but we don't know enough. But he's only got a £22 million release clause. Do we just go and pay that? I mean, we have reached a point where we might just have to risk it. Because Xavi Simon's too much money. Morgan's Gibb White, ongoing with Leicester. I mean, he could actually do a job. We have this Forest game to play. I'm going to play it. We've made some transfers, and we're still trying to figure stuff out. I'm going to play this game and see how we get on. I'm going to start Gregory again on the right. I think that's the right move. He's not a right winger yet, but we'll get there. And Billy Bennett will start on the left. But I need to remember I have Bravo. Bravo's very good. It'll be McKinney and Adams, Rayner, Grant. This is already a much better side. We haven't got the centre-back we want yet. I'm going to give him Bete a game again. Matteson will get his first start for the club as well. A lot of it is going to be down to the wingers today. This midfield now cannot be better. The three Americans in midfield I mean, they're ridiculous. And honestly, they're ridiculous. Sturridge now coming forward. Reggie Cannon holding him up. I mean, we're going to have to defend in these blocks. They are absolutely rolling over me. But that was unbelievable from Reggie Cannon. Now, will we see some pace running on? We will. Gio Reyna make the right pass. It was just not timed perfectly. He only just managed to get the back of his heel on it. McKinney wants to play that one out wide. And this is where Kai Gregory will flourish. This is where Kai Gregory will flourish. Across to Callum Grant for 1-0. Kai Gregory's first assist. We need more of that. McKinney's ball into him was brilliant. And we have the lead for the first time this season. And it's that man again, obviously. But that was unreal from Kai Gregory. Andreasen doesn't seem to offer this. Gregory just flew down the wing and he found Callum perfectly. What a surprise. Already 2 goals in 3 matches for Callum Grant. I mean, do we need another striker? And if we do, surely it's not a starter. Is Jonathan David the answer? Don't think so. Oh, gap's opened up. Oh no, a gap has opened up. Don't pull him across. This could be dangerous. There's a good ball back across. Sildilla, surely. Oh my God, the back line strikes again. I've got to be honest, a lot of mistakes have been made by Reggie Cannon, but that time it was Matteson. He just lost out, and then we try to pull people over, and we just didn't stand a chance. Adams into Bravo. Bravo then into Alex Scott. Scott then back into Bravo. Let's see what Bravo could do. We're going to run at them a little bit. And see if we can pick them apart. Matteson now finds a ball inside to McKinney. Oh, it's just beyond the post. Bravo picks up the ball as Matteson has stayed down, which is A worrying sight to all fans. That's great from Balogun to Scott. What a save. That might have just been that chance, you know. That might have just been the last chance. The Alex Scott shot, the header. Nottingham Forest might be getting away with a point here. We are good at getting points right now. This Blackburn team is in the mud. It's going to gel. It's going to take time for the squad to gel. But this is not what we needed. The one plus side is Callum Grant scoring. And Kai Gregory looks very promising. They're the pluses. McKinney and Adams played really well in the midfield together. Our back line is a shambles. And we're not getting enough out of the left-hand side. That is for sure. Those are things we are definitely going to have to figure out. Now, we are at the start of deadline day. And I think I'm going to make a couple of deals now. And then I'm going to give you guys an episode. Because we've got some scout reports back. So I'm going to make a couple of deals now. And then I'm going to give you guys a bit of time. It's going to be 5 days for Matteson. So that's not to worry. Because there's a 2-week break after that. So I think the biggest thing to do right now. We still need different players. I want feedback. But I think the biggest thing is let's get a centre-back in. We need to get a centre-back in. Now, how much would Teze be? We know he's just had the deal, hasn't he, at Villarreal. So we can't do that. Could we do Bella Kotchap? Because I've got the scout report back now, and he's decent. He suits my style, and he should still improve. I wouldn't mind going back in for Gillette Shah, but I can't right now. And LaCroix is going to be too much money. I just feel like he's going to be too much money. And Castiello, they're not willing to sell. So we'd have to pay that release clause, and it's 92 million. So Bella Kotchap, you are the deal we're going to go for. We're going to skip paying the release clause, because I think we can get him a bit cheaper. Still have 168 million. This is ridiculous. We're going to pay maybe like 28 if they'll get a deal done for 28 million. And Alex Scott, I mean, the way he played in the last game maybe, but no, we're not going to go for Alex Scott as well. I reckon 30 million should do it, and it will. They're happy with 30 million. This will be the first and only signing of this episode on deadline day. That's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it at that. 'Cause I'm super indecisive on what we do. We can't just go big, can we? I mean, I don't think we need Jonathan David, to be honest with you. Balogun's not impressing me though, but I don't think we need Jonathan David, but I do think we need more. And someone did say we should start playing a little bit wider. I agree. We need to be spreading the pitch a bit more. We've got pace out wide now, and it doesn't feel like we're doing that. It doesn't feel like we're spreading the pitch enough and causing enough problems. So we're going to try and do that. But this is, to me, an unbelievable deal for Bella Kotchap. Because now at least we're going to have 2 80-rated centre-backs. And Bete is one for the future. I mean, this still does leave me, right now, light. Let's not get me wrong. At centre-back, this still leaves me light. I still would like somebody else. But when you look at this squad now, compared to what we had, it doesn't feel as light. I think Kai Gregory, for me, is now my starting right midfielder, though. I mean, he's been unreal. And I think Andreasen's pace might let him down. In fact, I'm thinking about retraining Andreasen to actually maybe play in the center of the park, because he's got good dribbling and passing. He just can't shoot. Maybe center mid would suit Andreasen more, because the pace just doesn't do it. Whereas Billy Bennett's got more pace. He's got not very good passing and 0 shooting. But that's going to be the squad for the end of this episode. That was stressful, boys. That was stressful, and we've still got more to go. This is where we're at. This is what we've built. We need more. We need someone on the left. We need a cam and potentially a striker. I don't know. I think we run Callum Grant, Balogun, and Jens Dahl just until January. I mean, let's not let that be a headache for now. We could run that just until January. And then we get a backup to Reina and maybe a starting left mid with Billy Bennett being the backup. I don't know. I haven't tried Bravo enough. He's got no traits, and he's got unbelievable ball control, right? He's not a bad passer at the football. Okay, he's a little slow, but I mean, Bravo could be decent. Maybe we think about him. Him could be an option, but he's so similar to Billy Bennett. He's not that different. I mean, they're near enough a carbon copy of the same player, so maybe I'll loan Bravo back out again. We can assess that next season, and we need a left mid for me. We still need to get a lot of these players out, by the way. This squad is super bloated right now. Still trying to get some of the players out. The next episode is going to be insane again, and hopefully we will win a game of football. It's been a struggle in all the matches I've played with this Blackburn side for a while, which means we will be changing the instructions. We'll be changing the instructions. We're going to keep the shape. I like the shape and the formation. I mean, man, we've built a squad for it. But we're going to change player instructions, and we're also going to change the instructions of how we play, because I want more out of this team. I know I can get it. It's not as bad as it's performing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. I did. It's been crazy, but I still enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the sub button, hit the like button. I'll see you for the next one.